All right, so we're here with who again? What's your name?
My name's Joseph.
All right. So, when did you get started with trash? What was your introduction?
I needed a local job because I was tired of being over the road driving across country. I had been driving about 5 years, and so the opportunity presented itself for me to work for Waste Management. I'm like, hey, this is a pretty reputable company. Let me try them out. And so in January of 2016, I started working for Waste Management, driving tractor trailers.
Okay, so my question is, were there anybody that kind of like said, hey man, Waste Management is a company that you should work for, or like or trash is an industry you should get into, or like what piqued your interest? Because you just don't jump into trash. Somebody has to kind of, or something, maybe you saw a truck go by, or maybe you saw something that kind of piqued your interest.
My thing was the stability, and I kind of always knew that trash would always be there, and trash was a more consistent commodity because all human beings produce trash.
Okay.
Let's get that together. So, and I jumped on it. The opportunity presented itself, and I worked at the Carson transfer station for about 5.5 years, and I was able to successfully transfer to the residential facility over on 213th Street in Long Beach.
Okay. So, what's your name, man?
My name's Joseph.
Joseph. Okay. So, my question to you would be, how do you like it so far? Like, how do you like? Let's start at the transfer station, because I believe you started there.
At the transfer station, it took a little bit getting used to because I was working nights from 7 to 7, from 8 to 8, and everything like that. So it took about a month because it was difficult to sleep during the daytime, and that's kind of different.
Okay.
And so after about a month and everything like that, I loved it. I got into a routine, figured out how to sleep and get my rest and everything like that, and just fell right in.
All right. So another question would be like, what made you say, you know what, I'm doing this whole overnight thing. It's kind of taxing because I'm working backwards, kind of like it feels like I'm doing a grave shift almost, or it's like my schedule's all messed up. What made you say, you know what? Because I remember I would see you and we would have our conversations.
Right.
And what made you transition from? All right, I'm sorry for the interruption.
No problem, sir.
But I was asking you. Now you were talking about you were going from pretty much being a driver that would take trash from the transfer station to the landfill. Now, what piqued your interest from going from that to, hey, you know what? Let me go out here with the guys, man. I want to be a part of the squad with the guys. I see these guys. I talk with these guys. They know who I am. I know who they are. Now, I just need to kind of go out there and get my hands dirty with them. Now, what made you go from, the big dogs, the 18-wheelers, to the, let me get my hands dirty type situation?
So a couple of years prior, maybe 3, maybe 4 years ago, and everything like that, as a company, we were going through a severe staff shortage.
Okay.
So I was personally requested a couple of times by the route managers and everything like that to come over and come give a hand and everything like that. And once I saw, the money I was making, the work and everything like that, I just totally just embraced it and ingratiated myself in it.
Okay.
And so I was like, hey, I'm closer to home, making a little bit more. Hey, let's go. Let's get it.
Okay. So, that transition, I know from at least the bargaining agreement part, you keep your seniority, but you kind of take a hit as far as the yard seniority, right?
Absolutely.
And that which basically means you keep your vacation.
Absolutely.
Let's just say if you've been working 8 years, you still get your 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
Or what is it? 3 weeks? I'm sorry. Yeah, 3 weeks, I believe.
Based on our new contract, it's 3 weeks.
It's 3 weeks. Okay, so that stays the same. However, it's just you kind of take a hit as far as your seniority when it comes to the yard. Now, was that something that you thought about hard, or?
I thought about it initially, but fortunately, it's not my doing and everything like that. It's, what I'm saying, just a blessing. When I applied, I was the last driver. I started at our yard on Memorial Day of 2021, and there were probably about 30 people after me.
Okay.
So I came at the right time. I started at the bottom, but I was only at the bottom for a brief moment and everything like
right.
that. And so I just continued to just do my job, work, and give 110% or give 200% every day and everything. And it's paid off. It's paid.
Okay, so Mr. Joseph, so now you made this transition from being a landfill, and doing a whole landfill delivery of the trash, and then coming back, and then now you're doing this thing that we call residential.
Right.
So once you get into the industry of trash, getting your hands dirty, tell me how that transition goes. Was it easy, or was it kind of like a learning, a learning curve? It's
been a somewhat of a roller coaster at first and everything, but fortunately, my coworkers embraced me, and I was able to just ingratiate myself into the fabric of our yard and what we got going on in our yard and everything like that. Be safe, get your route up, be effective, be efficient, and take care of everything, and take care of our customers first and foremost. And so, just being able to actually interact with people and not just being an 18-wheeler and everything like that, it was a different feel and everything like that. I kind of felt like, oh, okay, this is what WM is about.
Okay.
So, I'm still learning, because I'm not a learned person. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. There's much more to learn, and I could be way better than what I am. But I'm grateful for my position and my presence at my yard.
Awesome. So, all right. So, I think from when you got here until where we are now, we went through a contract change.
Absolutely.
Now, in your opinion, what is your opinion of where we are as far as contract wise, the new contract? As you know, I want to bring this up. I think we're coming up on a new contract as of 2026, I believe. I may be wrong, I may be right, but I believe it's around 2026, right? And 2026 could be here, and in the blink of an eye, because you think about it, the pandemic was 2020, right? So that's that seemed like that was yesterday, right? So what is your opinion of where we were and where we're at, and also where we need to go?
Well, I think that the needle is trending upward, and it just showed strength and how good our drivers are professionally and everything like that. We have various drivers that, due to the loss of contracts recently and everything, have transitioned from residential to commercial, and they're excelling at that. We are killing it.
Okay.
Like A1, like it looks like they've been doing this for about 30 years. So I'm very optimistic on the direction that we're headed in and everything. And so, I don't have any qualms or any worries and everything like that, because the team of drivers at the Long Beach Yard for waste management, we're gonna adapt and we're gonna be good at it fast. So all arrows point up.
Awesome. So you're pretty much thumbs up when it comes to the union, right? As far as the 396, are there any issues that you feel that need to be addressed that can improve?
Maybe just ensuring that we're on the same page with upper management and everything like that, because we have to be on the same page in order to achieve a common goal.
Okay.
So as long as we're on the same page with management, and management is continuing to lean into our strengths as drivers, some drivers might be good at commercial, might excel at commercial. You should lean into that, because that's what he's good at, and that makes you look good and everything like that, because as a driver, this driver is a reflection of you as a manager. So that's about it.
Okay. Also keep in mind, drivers, that if you are a person that does residential and you're not familiar with the commercial truck, they are supposed to provide you the proper training before throwing you out there, right?
Absolutely. It's much more than, well, you as a professional driver, go do this and go
or
do that.
filling a void type of thing. It has to be. We have to follow the contract, which states that they have to provide us training before placing us in a situation where we can not only endanger ourselves but other people by not being properly trained with the equipment or vehicles that we're in.
At the end of the day, when us drivers excel, everybody else excels.
Right. I totally agree with that.
We are a reflection of each other.
Yes.
From the top down.
Yes.
And remember, leadership always starts at the top. Now, we could be the best driver, or leadership starts at the top. And that's it. Everybody wins.
Now, something I find very, very, very interesting, and I think should be commended, it should be praised, is that you went the extra mile by involving yourself with something called, with our new contract called the Safety Committee?
Yes, sir.
Safety Committee.
Yes, sir.
This is a member of the Safety Committee. So if there are safety concerns that you have, Joseph will listen to you and bring them up in a safety committee meeting that they have at least
100%.
What is it, like once a month, I believe?
Once a month we have a round table and we discuss drivers' various concerns or other ways where we can improve safety conditions, as far as, okay, just hypothetically speaking, there's low wires along this alley that we have to bring our vehicles in and everything like that to properly service the customer. And if there's a problem or there's an issue, we bring that up to management, and it's incumbent upon management to resolve that issue, to provide a good customer service experience for our customer. So,
wow.
As far as that, we meet any driver, whoever, you come approach me, as far as, and as well as other members of the safety committee as well and everything. And whatever problem or issue, concern, regarding your route and safety issues or whatever, we take care of that.
Awesome.
And we try to resolve that as soon, as quickly as possible, to ensure that we're meeting our customer service demands and taking care of our customers.
Now, I believe there's something we have when it comes to safety, something I believe Cynthia or Cedric or Felipe or who am I forgetting? Any supervisor. Basically, there's these red cards that you can fill out, right? And let's just say that you have an issue with these tree branches, or you have an issue with a bollard or a pole or wires or anything that could get you in a situation that would endanger your career doing trash, because you don't want to get in so many issues safety wise.
Absolutely.
These cards kind of provide, these red cards provide a possible resolution for potential accidents or injuries or things like that. And from what I understand, the safety committee takes these things into consideration, as well as management, and they try to provide a situation that would benefit both the driver and the customer. Because now a question I have is, what do you think? I mean, why do you think safety is? What do you think safety? What is the ranking of safety when it comes to the job of picking up trash, and where do you rank safety? And how important do you think safety is when it comes to the job of what we do, being waste management employees?
Well, I'm not going to say think. I know that safety is the highest priority, because we want to protect ourselves, we want to protect our customers, we want to protect our equipment, we want to protect our customers' property. And at the end of the day, like our latest motto for the company is, get home safe every day. At the end of the day, I have a wife and kids to go home to. We all have a family to get to. Somebody wants to see us when we clock in at 6 in the morning or 5:45 or 5 o'clock in the morning. There's somebody expecting us to get home the same way we left and everything like that. So safety is number one. Regardless of the circumstance, we always prioritize safety. That is number one on our to-do list.
Wow. Now, I don't think you can explain it better, because my personal belief, my personal experience lends me the belief that, safety is kind of important, because our job is a safety job. It's not a job of picking up trash. I believe our job is safety. Taking those extra steps during backing, taking those extra steps to know our overhead clearance, taking those extra steps to notice, hey man, this can is too close to the car. Maybe I need to get out and move this can. Maybe I need to go do the extra step or the extra mile to prevent this accident from happening, this injury from happening. Because ultimately, let's just say, by some stretch of the imagination, that we have an accident or injury, I believe that it affects the bottom line. And then when we come into the contract negotiations, it can hurt us that we have so many accidents or so many injuries that could be considered preventable, that can affect us in the next contract, especially when we say, hey, you know what? We want this much amount of money. And the company says, hey, you know what? Well, you guys had X amount of accidents or X amount of injuries, so we just don't have it. So you're asking for something that just doesn't exist. It's like asking for, something that's not feasible. So I believe that safety Not meaning that you have to be perfect, right? No, I mean,
we're going to strive for perfection.
Right.
We're going to strive for perfection, but then we'll settle for greatness.
Yes.
So, we might not be perfect and everything like that, but we can continuously strive for perfection. But we'll settle for being great.
Right. So, all right. So look. So look, this is where we're at, man. We spoke about a lot of things, and we got an introduction to who Joseph is and what he think the current state of.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for allowing me to be introduced.
Yes.
Appreciate it, man.
But I have one more thing. Let's just cut to the chase.
Okay.
So, what is your opinion of the current state? We already spoke about the current state of the union. But what about the current state of the company? How does a company treat drivers? How does a management treat drivers?
In my personal opinion, this is my opinion and everything like that. I could be right or wrong, when I get some new information, I'll change my opinion. I'm not gonna be rigid and everything like that. I'll change my opinion, but me personally and everything like that, there's not enough people that have experience in our industry trying to coach us and tell us what to do and everything like that. It's like we just going off of all analytics and everything. Just pure analytics. Well, if you shoot the three-pointer or whatever, you'll score and you'll win the game. No, but what if there's somebody that actually has done the job, can relate to somebody doing the job or whatever? It's a little bit different. It's totally different and everything like that. I guess like to use an analogy and everything like that, it's like a 5-star restaurant taking the head bartender and making them the executive chef. They never really cook. They cooked at home and everything like that, but they never cooked no 5-star cuisine or nothing like that. And now I'm just supposed to be like, I'm the sous chef. Oh, well, that sounds good and everything like that. We're just going to go with that and everything like that. And so I think that the company, we could do a little bit better of reaching out to drivers and encouraging drivers to apply for management positions and everything like that, and empowering that driver to be a leader within our company.
Wow. I think that's a pretty...
Maybe my analogy might have been off. I apologize, but that's my opinion. As soon as I obtain some new information, I'll move off of that opinion and embrace what's new. So that's where I'm at with it.
Okay, so I could definitely understand where you're coming from. Wow. Okay, that's a lot right there. So let's talk about the morale. How do you feel? Now we're putting in anywhere from bare minimum 45 hours all the way on up to north of 65, sometimes even 70 hours.
100%. Oh yeah.
Now, how do you feel the company, Waste Management, treats drivers? How do you feel that the way that the
honestly,
managers treat drivers, management?
Honestly, that needs to improve as well.
I agree. I totally agree.
It all we're talking about the fruits of the problem, but in my personal opinion, the root of the problem is we need more people in management with experience in this industry that have actually done the job, and they could communicate more effectively and could be, could pretty much lead us and everything like that. Because it's just, can you go to the NBA and go be a head coach and you never played basketball before?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Yes.
That is I've been seeing that a lot for the past 8 years.
Now, it is of my opinion that the company can improve with morality I'm not morality as in, I mean morale is the proper word.
Not to cut you off, to improve morale, that starts with leadership. Leadership starts at the top. We're at the bottom as drivers. Leadership starts at the top. And so when everything up top gets to functioning and getting on the same page and working together and everything like that, it's going to trickle down all the way to us. And we're going to be better than what we already are.
I agree.
We great, but that perfection and everything like that, better leadership.
I just feel that the company, let me just cut straight to the chase. I feel that the company could throw more events centered around driver appreciation.
Absolutely.
Okay, because yes,
Absolutely.
the accidents are happening,
True.
but I feel that simple things such as kind of like what Nancy used to do, where she would have these food vendors come by and they would just and they would just kind of just give us just something to show that, hey, you know what?
Not only does
I know that your job is difficult. I know that your job is hard. I know that we're asking a lot of you, but here's a paleta. Go have some ice cream. Go have some tacos. Let's have a barbecue. Let's throw carne asada, something.
100%. And
right?
Not only does that build the morale, that builds the camaraderie. Now I'm encouraged. Okay, now that builds teamwork.
Yes.
Now it's deeper than just the individual basis. Now it's teamwork now.
Yes.
I feel obligated to come help you out now. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. I feel obligated to go help the next man out.
Yes.
So once again, it all traces back down to leadership.
Yes. Yes.
You know, so what's going on what's transpiring right now is just the fruit of the problem. So until we deal with the root of the problem, you know, it's just going, hey, you a professional driver? Bye.
Wow.
So, you know, nothing. I love my employer. It's been 8 years. It's been a great marriage. It's been 8 years of straight roller coaster.
Okay.
I love it.
Yes.
That's a good marriage.
Mm.
Somebody married ain't in a roller coaster and not married.
I can agree with that.
So
1,000%. Yes.
It's been what's called. I give my every 5 or 6 days that I'm here.
Right. Right.
So, you know, it's gonna take some working, but we get there. It takes teamwork and it takes being willing to come together and, you know, make things better.
Now, I hear you loud and clear. Are there any final thoughts? Final thoughts. I mean, you could say anything that you feel has been on your mind for the past couple of years, or something that you feel that the drivers need to kind of listen to.
We've pretty much addressed the two biggest issues and everything like that. It's the morale is a reflection of the leadership.
Okay.
And so maybe, you know, somebody take the time to do more, you know, because I'm, like you said, when Nancy was here and everything like that, you always felt, when I first started here, you always felt in the residential section, not post-collection.
Yes.
But the residential side, you always are just like you're on the island.
Well, I feel that when Nancy was here, she went the extra mile as far as making drivers feel that we weren't just a number. Right. We weren't just
100%
filling a void.
100%.
I feel like when a driver retired, right? Not to say that they don't do this now, but she let everybody know. She had the cupcakes early in the morning. She had the cake, whatever. And she would say, hey, you know what? This driver is retiring today. This is their last day. And we're going to celebrate this person's career. So feel free after work, after you clock out, to come celebrate this person's career. They gave 40 years, right. 45 years, right? We're not just talking about a watch. We're not just talking about a slap on the back. We're not even just talking about a lunch. but they just made the driver feel as if, hey, you know what? Thank you for working for Waste Management. Thank you for giving us as much as you gave us. And I feel that that's an area that needs to be improved upon, me personally. But I totally agree with everything that you said, and I think that this was a great, phenomenal interview.
I appreciate you interviewing me, man, bro. We are the best company in our industry to work for, hands down. And if you have any inquiries or want to see how trash collection is supposed to really be like, come to Waste Management. Now, understand, you're gonna work. It's not easy.
But hey, man, you guys,
nothing that's worth it.
But hold on. So, you guys got cameras, man.
Oh, that's fine.
Cameras in the truck.
That's fine, because we also have a saying here at Waste Management: stay 100% focused 100% of the time. I'm not even focused on the camera. I'm trying to protect myself and be safe.
But I mean, you can't. It's like you don't have any personal. You can't do nothing, man. They're watching you.
Oh, I'm all right with that. I'm perfectly fine with that, because all they see is somebody doing their job the way Waste Management wants them to do their job. So, okay. And at the end of the day, guess what? As long as I'm focused on safety, that camera is gonna cover me and protect me, because there have been multiple incidents where, the camera saved me.
Meaning, like, hey, so let's just say that the customer said, you hit my gate. You messed up my gate.
I've experienced that before.
And it was 100% the trash truck driver. And then they say, hey, well, what time did this happen? Mm-hmm. Well, this happened at 3:10, 3:11 in the afternoon. This guy, he tore my gate apart. And the company goes back, they go to that third eye camera. They say, hey, you know what? We need the footage between 3 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Let's go research this.
Absolutely.
And he said, you know what? Mr. Joseph, wait a minute. He just serviced the gate. I don't see where he hit the gate.
Absolutely.
He didn't hit the gate. I'm sorry. We according to everything in our footage and our documents, Joseph didn't hit that gate. So I guess it's a gift, or it could be a curse, right?
As long as you're 100% focused and focused on safety.
Yes.
Oh, it's easy. It's easy. The camera not even there.
All right. All right, man.
Not even there.
So any final shout outs or any suggestions that you want to say? This is going up on YouTube, man.
I'm grateful to be an 8-year-long employee at WM, man. It's been a beautiful journey. Beautiful journey. We're still on it.
Wow, man.
Shout out to my coworkers, all of my coworkers.
Yes.
Shout out to all the staff.
Yes, yes.
We got some work to do, but hey, as long as we strive for perfection, we could be great. We might not be perfect, but we could be great though.
Awesome. Well, it's been a pleasure, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you for having me.
I really thank you for taking the time to just give me the opportunity.
Oh man, anytime.
To interview you, and I really appreciate that, and I appreciate what you do with the safety committee, and I appreciate you just taking the time to let me do this. And
man, the pleasure is all mine, man.
Man, much obliged. You have a great one.
Yes,
and this is Big Papita 396 at YouTube, man. Peace.